Sea level rise has been an issue affecting South Florida for some time, specifically Miami Beach and downtown Miami. Now in 2017, purchasing a waterfront property in these areas have become a difficulty for buyers. Properties in these sectors now have certain requirements when in development. Engineer Roberto Rodriguez explains the new way of building a property when dealing with sea level rise here in Florida.
The city can now require your building to be at maybe a higher elevation, maybe a couple, 3, 4, 5, 10 feet higher. That extra elevation will prevent the sea level rise from affecting the property. When you purchase a property, you're going to develop on a property, you are in a flood zone map, and that flood zone map will determine if you need to purchase flood insurance and how frequently your property will become flooded, statistically speaking.
Flood zone maps vary depending where you live in Miami. According to the Environment tab on the miamidade.gov website, Miami Beach's flood zone is A, AE, and AH. Zone A is when there is no base flood elevation in these areas, meaning there is no way to flood-proof these structures. Zone AE is when the flood depths are greater than 3 feet. And Zone AH is when the rate zone corresponds to areas of shallow flooding, which usually happens between 3 feet. If you look at the areas of Biscayne Boulevard to Brickell Bay Drive, the zones include AE and VE. Now, Zone VE corresponds to the coastal areas, like Brickell Bay Drive. This is due to the association of storm waves. Now, these flood zones in Miami Beach and Brickell all require the purchase of flood insurance when owning a property.
Prices are definitely going to start rising a lot more in flood insurance as we get into this issue. Now, definitely, like most scientists that are looking into this flooding problem they're looking in a century perspective, so that's a lot of time. I think it's going to slowly and gradually become much more of a problem, but I think as this issue becomes more relevant, which it's starting to become relevant, I think that definitely flooding insurance prices will definitely rise, which will affect the buyers.
Yes, purchasing flood insurance and properties in these areas have increased. But this doesn't seem to stop buyers and developers from purchasing down here. In fact, the Sunshine State is becoming more resilient on this issue. There is still a lot of work to be done to fight against sea level rise. But one thing is for sure, the South Florida house and business market isn't slowing down anytime soon.